Shalom, shalom, family. Climb on in this deal. Climb on in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? So look, today we're going to do the giveaway today. I got all the stuff. I know it took me longer than usual, but look, I had to go out of town and I'd be super, super busy. But we did pick all of our winners. We all going to do the giveaway. I got to answer some questions from my email first. And we're going to be giving away some stuff. Y'all climb on there. How y'all doing? Lisa Henry, shalom, shalom. Matter of fact, let me add some people up in this deal real quick. I know y'all climbing in fast. Y'all ready for the giveaway? Let's get it. Let's get it done. Hold on, I'm adding some people up in the room, and then we'll get started with everything. How my family doing? Climb on there. Y'all climb on in. How y'all climb on in? Rufus, shalom, shalom, elder. How you doing? Now YAHUDAHS, shalom, shalom. Peace, peace. Judith, peace, peace. Kalindra, peace, peace. James BG, what's up with it, brother? Ema, y'all climb on there. Erica Down, shalom, queen. Y'all climb on in. Paul Bateman, I see y'all climbing in. So look, we're gonna do the giveaway today. Before I get off this live, and we're gonna make sure I get all y'all shipping information and all of that, so I can ship it off in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We picked 3 people, and then I'm gonna pick somebody else at the end. You know what I'm saying? That's in the live chat to get something away too, as well, since it took me so long. You know what I'm saying? So what I do want to do is answer a lot of questions that's been in my email. Again, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails that I get, and I'm not able to get to everybody because a lot of people are booking consultations and a lot of people are actually calling the office. The fastest way to get in contact with me is to book a consultation. After that, the next fastest way is to just call the office number and press 1, 2, 3 or whatever the directory tell you to do, and it show you how to book a consultation or how to get in contact with one of my assistants. That way you can get your herbal healing. So like I said, I wrote down all the questions that I'm going to answer today that was inside of my email. Tomorrow, I'll go through and I'll write down the ones that's in my inbox. And we'll go from it like that. Because it's a lot of people that is trying to get to me, but I'm super busy, y'all. If I ain't traveling, we planning for seminars. We working on new herbal compounds. We changing up diets. We doing something to help y'all out. All right. So the first question I got, and I ain't put no particular names. I usually do names and stuff like that. But what I did today is I just wrote down the key, what everybody been asking, and I just summed it all up. The first person asked about acid reflux and heartburn. So anybody that's dealing with acid reflux and dealing with heartburn, you are dealing with stomach. You're dealing with stomach acid, y'all. Now I did an actual presentation showing y'all how the digestive system actually works. And inside the stomach, you have the actual doorway. Let me turn this down, y'all. All right, inside the stomach, you actually have a doorway that's called the cardiac sphincter, right? Well, this cardiac sphincter is a door flap that actually closes and latches onto your stomach wall. Inside of your stomach wall, you have 4 layers. Well, at the bottom of your stomach, at this time capsule that we call your stomach, you have this acid, right? Now, the only way you can get acid reflux is if you're constantly eating and that door is not closing back and the acid is moving up, because the acid is supposed to stay down. It's pressurized due to gravity. It's supposed to stay down, or what we so-called gravity is supposed to stay down. But whenever you eat things that stimulates the mucosa, the mucous membrane, this acid start rising up and it goes through that trap door. Well, that trap door, what we call the cardiac sphincter, is supposed to open and close. It opens when you eat and it's supposed to close when you're done eating. And then what happens is the food sit inside the stomach. If it's protein and nitrogens, the hydro acid actually breaks down the proteins. If it's fruits, then it'll pass straight on through and go into the duodenum, and then that's where your absorption starts at. So whenever you're dealing with heartburn or whenever you're dealing with damage to the esophagus, you're dealing with acids that's coming up from your stomach. And the only thing that keep that acid from coming up and keep it down is the cardiac sphincter, which is that door. So you're having a door problem. So the only reason why you having that problem is because you have glands that shoots off melanin neurotransmitter in your esophagus esophagus to let you know if you're eating or not. So most people that dealing with acid reflux are either drinking too much lactose foods like dairy products, milks and stuff like that, eating too many nitrogen rich foods, what we call meats and stuff like that, and y'all eating too many spices on y'all foods. Too many. So once you water all that down, stay hydrated, and actually stop eating so much, and you will see that problem will go away. Now, if you need some herbs or anything to help you out with that, always go with ginger root. Ginger root is very good. It's very, very good because what ginger root do is let off an enzyme that actually buffer out acid, hydrochloric acid. That's what ginger root does. Turmeric do the same thing. Mix you some ginger root with some turmeric. You know what I'm saying? And some juniper berries. Mix all that up and drink that. When it get inside the stomach, it will actually settle the stomach because it'll help your stomach release something called pepsin. It's where you get the word Pepto-Bismol. And this help coats your stomach. And this is what mucosa is supposed to do inside the stomach. But most people with acid reflux actually burn the mucosa lining of their stomach up. And then they get ulcers and things like that. So the best way to repair that, again, is to switch to an all-fruit diet or all raw diet. Make sure you're getting off the meat. Make sure you stay off the lactose. I don't care if it's a liquid or it's an egg or if it's dairy. Make sure you get off of that because these things putrefy. And then when it putrefies, these enzymes start burning off of gas. Next thing you know, you bloated, you farting everywhere. You always got belching. You got the hiccups. You see what I'm saying? This is what lactose do. And lactose is actually one of the #1 causing things of cancer. That milk and them dairy products. We have to stay up off of that. But look, get you some ginger root, some turmeric root, and most definitely mix it with some juniper berries. And if you want to keep that esophagus good and coated, put some mullein and some coat's foot up in there and mix it all up. Do it all equal parts. Mix it up and then use it as tea. Do not grind it. Everything have to be loose, cut and sifted, grind it and make it tea, man. That'll be very good for you and that'll keep all that acid down. The next question we had was bruises and spider veins. Whenever you're dealing with bruises or spider veins, bruises, if I touch you right now and I grip you hard and it leaves a bruise on your arm, that means you have poor blood circulation. If these bruises are above the navel, that means you have poor circulation, upper circulation. If these bruises are on your legs or anything, these are poor lower circulation. This means you're not getting any oxygen to your body. Well, what sends oxygen through the body? It's an atom or what we call a mineral, a trace mineral called iron phosphate. Without iron phosphate being inside the bloodstream, it's impossible for the blood to transmit or transfer oxygen throughout the cells in the body. So that means you're lacking iron and selenium. You need to get your iron phosphate game up, and you most definitely need to drink more water, and you need to start moving around. You got to move around, and whenever you want to get the circulatory system up and running, stick to berries, goji berries, hawthorn berries, juniper berries, elderberries, berries, because these are your antioxidants. You see that? And your antioxidant is what's going to oxygenate the cells. Now, if you want to get the iron phosphate, what is high in iron phosphate? You got sarsaparilla. You got Cascara grande. You got bugleweed. Bugleweed is highly activated with iron phosphate. Blue vervain. I mean, we can keep going on and so forth. But you got to get your iron up. And once you see that your body start getting the proper nutrition, phytonutrients, and oxygen, now you don't get the bruising no more. And make sure y'all watch out for bruisings that's on the back of the arms, the elbows, and on your back, your lower stomach, where your liver at, and on your legs, because this can be an aneurysm waiting to happen. So make sure y'all paying attention to bruises. You know what I'm saying? And bruises, so always supposed to be getting lighter day by day. If they're getting darker and darker, then that means you're bleeding in places that you don't need to be bleeding internally. And you need to go to the ER ASAP, because you can have an aneurysm or a stroke waiting to happen. So make sure when y'all see bruises out of nowhere and you ain't got into no fight or you ain't failed and stuff, make sure y'all be very careful and look out for stuff like that. Because again, that's an aneurysm waiting to happen. And that's where you find people just walking and drop dead. And boom, they had an aneurysm. But they had the signs, they had the bruising, they had the connected tissues orders. They moving around and cracking, bones cracking everywhere, swollen in their feet. They're hearing ringing in their ears. All these things are signs of aneurysms waiting to happen. All right. Spider veins. I'm going to get on that too. Varicose veins, spider veins, same thing. This is the same person. She got bruises and she got spider veins. Whenever you're dealing with varicose veins and spider veins, you're dealing with the parathyroid and the thyroid and calcium deficiency. Calcium deficiency. What's happening is you have too many acids inside your body. Your body is in a state of acidosis. Whenever your body is in a state of acidosis, what happens is your thyroid start producing that thyroxine. The thyroxine convert to that taurocine convert to melanin. That melatonin attaches to this calcium, and then that calcium goes out wherever that acid is at, and then it calcifies it because it's trying to lock it and bind it up. This is where you get gout from. Notice most people with spider veins or varicose veins got gout. They got real crust at the bottom of the heels of their feet. You see that? Their fingernails get all witty and start spreading. They always got them dark lines in their fingernails. That's because your calcium is not doing what it's supposed to do, which is to buffer out the body, right? And to feed the body and have these chemical reactions that keep you happy and keep you pleasant and keep you at peace. And they spending all their time trying to alkalize your acidosis. All right, so you have to get away from that. So anytime you're going on and you're dealing with spider veins or varicose veins, you're dealing with calcium deficiency, y'all. And if you're dealing with calcium deficiency, guess what else? You're dealing with magnesium deficiency, because these are your mates, your couples. Calcium is more of the buffering side. That's more of the masculine energy. Magnesium is more slow, more alkaline. She's more of your mama or more of the wife. These are couple and they go together. You know what I'm saying? And they have to be balanced the correct way. They have to be balanced the correct way. Cracks and bones, rips and tissues, continual bleeding, and tears in muscles when moving. This sounds like you have a very, 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 very bad parathyroid and pituitary problem. But when you actually get into the semiotic and the embryonic relationships and you see what actually makes up your connective tissue, it comes from the embryo. It's called the mesoderm. So whenever you see a fetus, right, before it becomes a fetus, it's an embryo. All right, this embryo comes actually from something called a zygote or a zygate. Now, when this baby is being formed, right, you have 3 layers of skin. These 3 layers of skin become every part of the baby. You have the ectoderm, you have the mesoderm, then you have the endoderm. Well, the mesoderm is what creates the heart, the circulatory system, the kidneys, the testes, your muscles. You see that? Your muscles, your cartilages, and your bones, and your connective tissues. All right? So whenever you're dealing with that problem, that means whenever you're dealing with rips and tears and you get up and you feel like your skin is ripping, you feel like your skin is falling off, or you can't lift, you can't even lift up a bottle of water, and it seems like it's too heavy for you. You have muscle deterioration and you can work out and you tired or you never build muscle, then you have a parathyroid and a pituitary gland issue, because these things is what controls your muscle and growth hormones, period. We have to make sure we paying attention to the glandular highway and the glands in the body. And remember, these are your little computers. What they do is they send off 4 things. You either going to get steroids from them, you're going to get hormones from them, right? Or you're going to get steroids, hormones, enzymes, and salts. These things actually attach to things and be utilized in your body and creates your chemical makeup. And remember, whether you have any experience, I don't care if it's a happy experience, a horny experience, an angry experience, a mad experience, or a sad, depressive experience, all these experiences are due to chemicals in your brain. You can't see without a chemical reaction. You can't hear without a chemical reaction. You can't talk without a chemical reaction. All these things are chemical reaction due to steroids, hormones, enzymes, and salts. All right. So if you getting up and you trying to move and you feeling rips and tears in your body, like your skin is falling apart, and you hearing these things and you can't even pick up a water bottle, or you always weak and you always out of breath, you are lacking so many minerals, and you are lacking these minerals due to the parathyroid and the pituitary gland. Well, what is the pituitary gland made out of? Zinc, copper, and gold. You need to get your zinc game up. You have to. Now, what is attached to zinc? Yttrium. It's a trace mineral called yttrium. Look it up. That's how you bring the zinc into the body. So you need to get your yttrium game up. Selenium, another thing that's full of copper, gold, and zinc. Selenium. You get these from Brazilian nuts. Now, if you're not on a cleanse, eat a lot of Brazilian nuts. Eat Brazilian nuts every day, at least 6 to 7 of them a day. Don't go over 10 to 12 because you don't want to get selenium poison, because that's bad for you. You might as well drink paint or something like that, or drink some bleach. Okay,
So you most definitely need to pay attention to your pituitary gland. And I believe this was a female. I wouldn't be crazy if I said that you have long periods either, because the pituitary gland and the thyroid and parathyroid actually regulates your period. So you might be bleeding for a long time and period. You might be on your period for half the month, then the other half you off for a few days. So I bet you that too. And you might be dealing with some fibroid problems. Feel your bottom stomach. Make sure you ain't feeling no bumps and stuff down there. Dig deep inside of your lower stomach and make sure you ain't feeling nothing. Or if it's real dark pain, real hard pains and stuff right there, then that's what you're dealing with. And that's your connective tissue issues right there. And remember, whenever you're dealing with connective tissue issue, you're dealing with cartilage, muscles, your testes, or your ovaries, your kidneys, your circulatory system, and your heart, because all these are created by the mesoderm. All of these. And this skin was given to you by your mother while you were in her womb. So it probably was your mother who had the weak tissue and the weak skin and the weak pituitary gland and the weak parathyroid, and she gave it on to you. And we call these genetic weaknesses, y'all. All right. It's so many questions. Let me start marking them off. Answer that. Cracks and wig. Somebody else asked weak muscles. I just explained that. All right. Erectile dysfunction. Whenever you're dealing with erectile dysfunction and you can't get that thing up, most definitely you're dealing with a pituitary gland issue, and you're dealing with a pineal gland issue, and you have too much mucus built up in the shaft of your penis. Too much mucus built up. Too much. So with that, I suggest you literally do a body cleanse. You're going to have to start really cleansing up that body. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Especially them testes. That stuff get full of mucus. Then next thing you know, you leaking out from the tip of it. Just like women leak out from their vaginas. There's nothing wrong with it. Long as it's not burning and long as it don't have like a cottage cheese smell or nothing. Women are actually supposed to have a discharge. That's very healthy. It's a lot of bacteria and stuff that goes on in the endometria of the cervix. So I get it. Same thing with a man. Every now and then, you're supposed to have some type of discharge, y'all. You have to. So, and you will see in doctors, you can get all types of outward massages on your stuff and stuff like that to get that mucus out. So look, what I suggest you to do though, is you need chaparral. Chaparral is a green leaf, chaparral. Come from Africa, and it's real big and grow wild in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And it's also a blood cleanser. Now, after you get that mucus up out of your penis, you have to start getting blood circulating down there, meaning that you had a heart issue too, and you have upper circulation and lower circulation issues. So what's the fastest way to get blood down to your penis? Damiana and Yambe. Damiana leaf and Yambe. Man, these herbs are very, very, very good, and bloodroot to get the blood thinning out. Because see, that's why wine is good in certain scenarios. You know what I'm saying? I don't recommend y'all drinking all day and none of that. But you see why the Bible talk about the wine make the heart merry for real, because it's a blood thinner. It's a natural blood thinner. Well, you got blood root, that's a natural blood thinner. You got ginger root, that's a natural blood thinner. You got hydrangea root or hydrangea bark, which is a natural blood thinner. These things thin your blood and they get it going through that varicose system real smooth like, and it can get and reach every part of your body. Okay, so it's good to have thin blood sometimes, not when you bleeding though, because thin blood bleed out pretty quick. So look, cleanse that mucus up, get the acidosis away, make sure that and when you will see a lot of people that I cleanse that have erectile dysfunction, they say, man, a lot of discharge came from the tip of my penis. A lot of discharge. You know why? It's because it was full of mucus. And why was it full of mucus? Because your penis and your shaft and your testicles was full of acids. Wherever you find acids at, you find mucosa at, period. Because mucosa goes and try to eat up the acid to become a lipid, to change it and try to make it alkaline. This don't do nothing but stimulate the mucosa membrane more. Now you have a very bad mucus problem. That's all gonorrhea is. You got a mucus problem. You discharging with acidosis. That's why it burns. You pissing acid. Pissing acid and mucus. Chlamydia, the clap. All these is the same disease, just with different names, y'all. Okay? So look, you need to get your blood circulating, man. Damiana, Yambe, get on some red ginseng, some red one. You know what I'm saying? You find these in the mountains. All these things, some horny goat weed. That's actually that's actually a botanical horny goat weed, devil's claw. I don't like the name of that, but that's what it's called. Devil's claw, blood root, and again, getting your berries to get that blood flowing properly, okay? Cross you out. This is a man. He said that what do I think about hydroperoxide therapy? Hydroperoxide is one of the most alkaline substances that you can ever ingest and take. Very, very alkaline. So alkaline that it will burn you up. And we see a lot of people that's coming to us dealing with this ozone and ozone therapy and hydroperoxide therapy. We see that it will lower your IgG account. It will lower your herpes account. But like the cost from it is burnt up skin, scaly skin. A lot of people are getting psoriasis from it. It dries you up. Now, again, I keep teach y'all a lot. What is the difference between 2.3 on the hydrogen scale, the potential hydrogen scale, and 10.9? There is no difference. Look, alkaline burn just as bad as acid, y'all. Period. That's why you have to stay in that neutral lane. You have to stay in that neutral lane. You got to. So I don't recommend hydroperoxide therapy. Do I recommend it for a bad toothache? Yes. Do I recommend it to put it on a cut? You know what I'm saying? To get that oxygen in there? Yes. But oxygen is hydrogen. Hydrogen burn like hell. It burns. It's what it does. So make sure we slow down, and let's not start getting too scientific here, because a lot of people are using their therapy and coming to me. A lot of y'all that's using that therapy are coming to me, and y'all are all burnt up, skin are all burnt up. I mean, y'all all burnt up. So you see that alkaline burns too, y'all. Alkaline burns too. So I'm not saying don't use hydrogen peroxide, but look, slow down all that. Because look, alkaline will kill you too. There is not one person living that's fully alkaline, because he wouldn't be living. He will burn alive. Just like I don't know one person living that's fully acidosa, that's fully acidic. He wouldn't be living, because he will burn alive. We got to find that middle ground, y'all, that middle ground, which is really 6.5 to 7, all right? Bleeding from the rectum. If you bleeding from the rectum, I suggest you send me a picture of your eyes. I want to look at your eyes. Send me a picture of your eyes, whoever you is. Send it to the email. Matter of fact, yeah, send it to my email. My email is on my website. I want to get a look at your eyes, and most definitely let me know, is boo-boo coming from it? Is you bleeding from your rectum without having to use the bathroom? Is it itching around the rectum while you bleeding? You can be dealing with a parasite, or you can be dealing with rectum and colon and anus cancer, y'all. So make sure, and if I don't know if you're a woman or a man, because I just wrote these questions down from the email, and if you're a man, you might be dealing with prostate cancer. You know what I'm saying? And remember, all cancer is, y'all, is damaged mutating cells. A common cold is damaged mutating cells. You see that? When you work out and you break down muscle, and the muscle rebuilds back up and be stronger than ever, guess what that was? Damage and mutating cells. So let's not let them hook, line, and sink us with these word sorceries here. All right. All right, now we're dealing with hair loss. Hair loss. Whenever you're dealing with hair loss, you're dealing with acid inside of the head, acid on the brain, acid inside of the skull, acid on the brain, acid inside of the skull. Whenever you're dealing with hair loss. Now remember, you have 7 times as much hair that's on your head inside of your body. So if you bald on the outside, then just imagine how you are on the inside. Guess what hair do? Hair actually goes through, it's called villi. It's all inside your intestines, your walls, and your veins. It's everywhere. This helps things move, and it help actually convert and buffer enzymes to activate enzyme to have these chemical reactions due to your nervous system and your glands, all by the hypothalamus gland and the limbic system in your brain. So whenever you start losing hair on your head, you're losing hair and energy inside of your brain. Remember, your hair is the antennas to the cosmos that keep you connected, to Yahweh by way of your antennas. These are antennas. So whenever you losing this, you losing these internally too, y'all. All right. Now, if you want to get your hair back, any herbalist, if an herbalist can't get you to grow their hair back, they not an herbalist and they playing games. You should be able to that should be the first thing you should know how to do if you're an herbalist. Get somebody to grow hair back. Instantly switch them to a raw diet. No cooked foods, no oil, no vegetable oils, not even grapeseed oil. Raw fruits, raw vegetables, right? Do that for about 2 weeks. While you're doing that, cleanse out that gut. Most definitely cleanse out that transverse colon, because that transverse colon is connected to the limbic system. All right. On top of that is what grows your hair. Everybody think your hair grow from your scalp. No, your hair grow from your brain. I will show y'all pictures of this stuff. So whenever you losing hair up here, you losing hair on the inside. Remember, these villi is having this wavy reaction and this stimulation with the nervous system. So if you got hair problems, you have nervous system problems because the hair is an extension of the nervous system. You want to grow back hair? Batana. Batana is a sap that comes from a tree in over there in Mexico and in Africa, Northeast Africa. Batana. Nettle, stinging nettle, burdock root powder, sea moss, bladderwrack, kelp. Look towards the sea. The plants of the sea got all these rich minerals that you need. But look, you can do all that and put all that on your scalp, right? If you're not treating and aiding the nervous system, your hair won't grow back. It will not grow back. It won't grow back. That's right, Tabitha. Nettle. Nettle is very, very good. There you go. Yeah, very good for your hair, sis. Very good. You see that? So you got to make sure that you aid in that nervous system, though, because your nervous system, the extension of your nervous system is your hair. These are antennas. This is what keeps us connected to the cosmos. Notice if you are a so-called African-American, your hair grows towards the sun. It grows towards light, the light source, the energy source. Notice every other nation hair grow towards the ground. Your afro is the true halo, y'all. You grow towards life. Theirs grow towards death. And not being racist, just being 100. So you have to keep that. You have to keep that growing there. This is live, y'all. These are actually nerve endings. This is nerve ending. This is full of power. Huh? I've been growing mine for about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, something like that. This is full of history. This is full of ancestor lineage. You have to take care of your hair. So if you bald-headed, you have nervous system problems. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you're dealing with the nervous system, you're dealing with the ectoderm. Now, what creates the ectoderm is the neural tube, the nervous system, the brains, the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, your teeth and enamel, and your skin. All these things are made from the same part of the embryo. So whenever you're dealing with hair problems, you need to address all these. Always address that nerve tube or that brain first, your glands, your pituitary, your pineal, your hypothalamus. Make sure you look at your teeth. Most people that got bald spots on their hair, they have they have receding gum lines, and they missing enamel on their teeth too. Because all these things are synergetically working together because they are made from the same cells when you was in your mother's womb. I'm not even in the womb yet. When you was traveling through the fallopian tube and you got attached to that endometrium before you even start growing into a fetus. See, that's how much you have to dig deep and dig back to start really healing. We finna go back to my mother's womb and see what went wrong with me. And that's called really repairing and healing the DNA. All right, we got that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we rolling through these questions. All right, swollen feet and legs. Whenever you're dealing with swollen feet and legs, you're dealing with edema. Basically your kidneys are shutting down, and your gallbladder is not working no more, nor your bladder is not working. The bowel is not doing no secretions no more. Your bladder is not holding any of your water retention no more. And your water retention, if y'all look it up, what actually regulates water retention, whether it's going to release water at this time, whether it's going to give you this many gallons, whether it's going to use water for your blood, whether it's going to use water for your lymph system, whether I'm going to go and cleanse out the kidneys, whether I need to buffer out some polypeptides or some proteins, the pituitary gland. So when you drink, look, this is how important the glands is in your body. If I drink some of this water right now, which is what I'm finna do, it passes through my stomach and it goes sit right. It goes through my kidneys. It sits right in my bladder, right? Well, guess what's going to release this water or give me a buffer or give me a certain enzyme or start hollering at other things that's connected to my nervous system that we call the intricate system or the glandular highway? My pituitary gland is going to say, look, right now, I don't need water for the kidneys. I need waters for the lymphatic system. All right. This nigga just got done drinking alcohol all night. I don't need water for the lymphatic system. I need water for the blood. I need water for the brain because, alcohol dries the brain out. So whenever you're dealing with water retention and you have too much water swelling in your ankles and in your legs and your legs looking big as a house, what's going on is your pituitary is shot, period. Your kidneys is not working and not processing fast enough, and you have a very weak gallbladder and a leaky bladder. Once you fix that, you will see all this water retention start leaving from your legs. But you have to fix that. Look, it's 2 master glands. Okay, you have the pituitary gland, which is the male masculine energy. Then you have the pineal gland, which is the feminine aspect, y'all. That's why she do melatonin. Melatonin makes you mellow. Then you have in the duodenum, right? That's connected to the jejunum, and that's connected to the bottom of your stomach, right? What's produced inside of there is called serotonin. All of these are melatonin conversions by the way of amino acid tyrosine that get converted by the pineal gland all the way down to the thyroid and parathyroid, period. So look, we have to quit making sure we're attacking our melanin. We're attacking our carbon. We're attacking it. We have to feed it. We have to feed it phytonutrients, things that's going to actually feed the melanin. Because without melanin, without these two glands, your whole body is dead, period. It's dead. And yes, white people have melanin too. They do. It's not nowhere near on the level of ours, but it is in them. I wouldn't even be, I'd be a liar if I tried to make it seem like they didn't. I'd be a liar if I tried to make it seem. It's Parkinson's disease. Look, Rufus, you going out of order, Rufus, but I'm gonna answer it though. Parkinson's disease is actually on there. When you're dealing with Parkinson's, you're dealing with shaky nerves, and you actually dealing with the pituitary gland. You're dealing with the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, and you're dealing with the adrenals. All right, Parkinson's is nothing but a nervous disease too. It kind of reminds me of multiple sclerosis, just more in a degenerative way. We done seen Parkinson's disease get healed not with even herbs, just off of all fruit diet. Period. All fruit diet. So you have to aid that nervous system and bring that vitality and that them electrolytes back to that. That's where you get your tannins and your flavonoids from, your curcumins and all of these. These are the acids that you need that's inside of your fruits that are very electrical that will aid the body. The body is electric. All this is just flesh and blood. But what is this protecting? What is my skin protecting? What is my veins and my blood protecting? What is everything protecting? It's protecting my nervous system, my central nervous system. That's why I got this big old cranium, this skull. Inside of this is my central intelligence, my nervous system. What's connected at the bottom of the spinal cord? Huh? When you start really getting up into the ganglia nerve, the nervous vein and all of these, the vagus nerve, all these are connected to the nervous system. Everything outside of your body was made to was made to protect the nervous system. So whenever you're dealing with Parkinson's, you most definitely dealing with a nervous system. And a lot of times Parkinson's starts with a lot of sugar and it's very degenerative and it starts from alcoholism and being dehydrated. I bet you if you send me a picture of anybody's eyes that got Parkinson's, we're going to see it. We're going to see it in the transverse colon. We're going to see it in the neural rings. We're going to see it up there to the right where their heart at. We're going to be able to see it in the eyes because the eyes is the window of the soul. We're going to be able to see it. All right, what else we got? All right, dry mouth. So somebody asked about dry mouth. Whenever you're dealing with dry mouth, you're dealing with a salivary glands problem. Because the salivary glands have been dried out. The salivary glands is what keeps your mouth actually moisturized, all right? These glands are actually controlled by the glands that's in your esophagus. The esophagus glands are actually controlled by the glands that's in your head. Again, we have a whole glandular highway problem again. And usually people that's dealing with this are smokers and people that drink too much. You burnt out all your glands and you burnt out all the good bacteria, the bifidum bacteria that lives inside your mouth. And most people with dry mouth have very stinky breath. Drink more water. Drink more water. Start brushing your teeth 3 times a day. You know, make sure you get you some white oak bark. Grind it with some cinnamon. Put some clove leaves up in that deal. And grind it up and brush your teeth real good at least 3 times a day. Make sure you gargling. Buy my 3 bitters and start gargling with my bitter 1. Gargle at least 3 times a day for 10 minutes. And you will start seeing your mouth and them salivary glands, or what they call saliva, which is really salivary. The saliva glands will really start producing that good mucosa or that good alkaline water again, and you won't be dealing with dry mouth no more. But you have to get off the alcohol. You're going to have to quit smoking because I bet you the person that's asking this is a heavy smoker and is into alcoholism. All right, we got itch. Look, I can't even understand my own hand right. We got itchy rashes on the elbows. Whenever you're dealing with bumps on the elbows, you're dealing with elbow disease. Elbow disease is a herpes simplex 8, I think. Elbow disease, herpes simplex 8. Whenever you're dealing with bumps on the elbows, you're dealing with herpes, a form of a parasitic, the hemorrhoid worm. All right. Whenever you're dealing with that, bumps that's always coming on your elbows and then they leave, then they come back, then they leave. You're always scratching them elbows. Elbows be dry and flaky as hell. You're dealing with a parasite. That's a parasitic that's going on. And this parasitic is a part of HSV virus 1, but it didn't get up to that ganglia nerve yet. Now it's just living and expressing themselves out through that middle vertebrae through your nervous system. So it's going out this way and searching for them glycoproteins to eat on. Remember, the hemorrhagic worm inside of the herpes simplex virus food feeds off of metal ammonia, mercury, and most definitely feeds off of the glycoprotein. And that's why you get the outbreaks, because when this parasite eats, they have to poop, just like your cells have to poop, and just like you have to poop. So what happens? That white blood count, them lymphocytes come up. These your heavy hitters, your T cells and your B cells from the thymus gland and your bone marrow come, and they trying to wreck shop on somebody. So what they do is they go and they embody this bacteria that this parasite done left behind, and this is where you get outbreaks from. Stimulation of the mucosa system. That's why as soon as you pop them bumps, it hurt like hell, because at the end of each nerve, at the end of each nerve ending, but what you get 25% blood, and the rest of that is pus, showing you that it's lymphatic dealing with all of this. If you can cleanse the lymphatic system, you can cleanse any disease, period. Itchy anus, already talked about that. Bloating and gas. Did we already talk about bloating and gas? Did we? All right, so bloating and gassing. Whenever you're dealing with bloating and whenever you're dealing with gases, you're dealing with nitrogen-rich foods. Nitrogen-rich foods. This talking about proteins. The only thing that can give you gas is proteins. And fermented foods too. Don't get it twisted. Lactose and fermented foods like wine, portobello mushroom, shiitake mushroom, stuff like that. See, have you ever seen a boo-boo pamper, right? Put a boo-boo pamper out in the middle of the street and let the sun hit it, you will see a sizzling gas coming from it. Do the same thing with an apple. Put an apple directly under the sun or put it around an acidic environment, you will see gas smoking from it. Do the same thing with a cow or with meat, or what we call nitrogen protein. Put it in front of something hot, you will see gas sizzling from it. Bloating comes from that because it's full of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is where the bloating comes from. That's carbon dioxide. Where that gas was making you have to poop is the combustion from it, or what we call carbonic acid. This is coming from putrefied foods. This is coming from proteins that cannot be broken down by the kidneys. This is coming from a leaky gut. This is coming from a prolapsed colon. So we have to watch what we eating, family. Notice a lot of people that turn vegan or go plant-based always end up with bad gas for about 3 months, because your body is getting rid of all that putreficating, rotten food full of gas. That's why if y'all seen the baby kids where the flies was flying around a little boy butt with the pamper on, because he all that rotten, putrefying food, all that gas was sending out senses and the flies smell them. That's why you see flies around dead bodies. They smelling the gas, the fumes. So if you want to get rid of gas, get rid of beans. Get rid of beans, get rid of meats, get rid of all of these rich nitrogen iron foods. All right? This is what you call a protein. Complex amino acid structures. I'm not talking about just regular amino acid structures and monosaccharides. I'm talking about polysaccharides and complex amino acid structures that it's impossible for your kidneys to even break down. It's impossible for the hydrochloric acids to even break down most of these acids. That's why most people that eat beef and pork and stuff like that, the stuff still be in your system 10 years later, because your stomach, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach was only made to break down plant proteins, root proteins. You see that fruit pass straight through the stomach. That's cool. But you have stuff like tree bark that we eat, especially if you get back into the ancient science of Africa, so-called African Negroes, Hebrews, anything that you want to identify us with. I'm going to say Hebrew Israelite. But when you actually study what they used to eat in Africa, the hydrochloric acid in their stomach was made to break down that protein, which was vegetables. Vegetables is actually hard to break down. Bite some kale right now and go take a poop. You still going to see the kale inside of your stool. It might be broken down a little bit. This is what the acid is in your stomach for. The acid is not in your stomach to break down meat. Now, check the acidosis content of your acid in your time capsule, what we call the stomach, and go carve out a stomach of a lion and check theirs. Theirs are like 10,000 cc more hotter than yours. Why is that? Because they was biochemically made to eat and digest meat. You wasn't. Period. The only acidic place on your body is your stomach. Everything else is alkaline, whether it be from your digesting saliva down your esophagus, once it passes your stomach to the duodenum, to the jejunum, to the ileum, when it gets to the cecum bowel, all the way down to the appendix, going up the ascending colon to the transverse colon, down to the descending colon, to the sigmoid colon, to the rectum, even down to the anus. The whole thing is alkaline. Period. Only acid you have on your body is supposed to be inside of what? Your stomach. So how's your body acidic then? Because the things you've been eating, the things you've been putting in your mouth, in your thought process. Every thought process actually have a megahertz or a hertz to it that either going to produce something that's acid or alkaline. Even your thoughts. Even your thoughts can be toxic. Or you ever been in a toxic relationship. This ain't talking about no damn food. You talking about he or she was toxic. That was acid to your lifestyle. All right, what else we got? People that can't sweat. Whenever you can't sweat, you're dealing with the thyroid. The thyroid actually, your basal temperature. The thyroid actually deals with if you sweating or not. The best way to check that is to get something, what you call them, thermostats, and put it under your arm, close it up real hard, and look at the thermometer. If it's reading between 75 and 80, you pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? If it's reading anywhere too high or too low, then that means you either hypothyroidism or you hypothyroidism. So make sure you check your basal temperature. That'll let you know, because you sweat. That's how you sweat. You know what I'm saying? This activates your sweat glands, y'all, under your armpits, under your neck. You got some in your inner elbows, behind your knees. That's right here in your nose. Why most people sweat straight from their noses too. So always check your thyroid and your parathyroid. All right, and make sure you check your basal temperature. Swollen lymph nodes. Whenever you're dealing with swollen lymph nodes, you're dealing with a bacteria deficiency problem. If you had enough bifidum bacteria inside of your system, right, your lymph nodes wouldn't get swollen, because these bacteria, this bifidum bacteria, actually eat acids, right? So look, let's talk about the body real quick for a minute. I go through this a lot, but I'll go through it again. Whenever you become acidic, right, you eating these wrong things, these things, and one thing I want to talk about too is alkaline ashes. You can actually eat something that starts off acid going down the digestive system, but about time it makes its metabolic process and its metabolic change, it leaves an alkalinity ash on it. An alkalinity ash is full of potassium, it's full of calcium, full of magnesium and iron phosphate. So just because it went down like a pineapple, everybody say pineapples is acidic. No, it's not. It's a citric. It burns going down, but it leaves an alkaline ash to it. That's what you call an alkaline food. We don't call an alkaline food a food that's cool or alkaline going down. Then after the metabolic process take place, it leaves a acidosis ash. That's what you call acid food. So let's look, we have to get this right scientifically, y'all. A lot of y'all out here saying certain grains are alkaline when they not. Yes, it's alkaline going down, but it leaves an ash. That's acidosis. I know y'all want to hear that. Black rice. Let's talk about it. Black rice is alkaline when it's going down. The digestion process of it is alkaline. Once that metabolic process take place, that grain actually leave a nitrogen-rich ash on the cell. Up to like 14.2 something. Don't quote me on it. Showing you that black rice, okay, when you first reading it off the scale by itself and you test the potential hydrogen, of course, it looks alkaline. But soon as it takes its metabolic process after you eat it, and then you check the ash that it left back on the cell, the footprint be acidosis. Yeah, I know y'all want to hear that, because it's going to make you question all of these alkaline foods. But you know what don't do that? Mother's milk, which we call galactose, the mother's breast, bananas, yes, baby bananas, fruits, apples, berries, melons, all these things. Avocado leaves some good ash on it, a very good alkaline ash, very good. And the best one that I've seen is watermelon. These things don't leave that. I'm so glad you spoke on pineapple. I'm very acidic. Yeah, see that pineapple goes down. It feels like it's very acidic, but it literally leave an alkaline ash. A pineapple is alkaline. Now look, we in the laboratories, we doing the research, we testing, we doing all that. Anybody prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Black rice is acid once the metabolic process take place. Quinoa. Let's talk about quinoa. Yes, it's alkaline, but what type of trace footprint do it leave? Do it leave an alkaline footprint or do it leave acidosis footprint? People don't want to talk about this type of stuff. I know, because we hate to relearn things. We hate to really know the truth because it's gonna challenge you to level up. It's gonna challenge you to be better. And the Negro don't want to do better. He cool where he at. Well, I ain't that type of brother. I'm here to push you. I'm here to motivate you. Yeah, watermelon is, man, some of the best stuff. I love pears. Pears is my favorite fruit. That's the fruit. And if you come to my household, that's what you're gonna find. Asian pears, American pears, green pears, all types of pears. Pear juice, pear popsicles, pear everything. Matter of fact, I'll get a popsicle real quick. Pear popsicles, all of that. And watermelon. Watermelon is very, very alkaline though, and it will mess their stomach up. I had a lot of cases where I put people on a watermelon fast on their 9th day, they get knots in their stomach because it's alkaline and cooling so much, y'all. Alkaline and cooling their acidosis body so much, man, they start getting knotted up. They're like, man, you know what I'm saying? This is how you know that you can detox too fast too. All right, hot and cold flashes, that's the thyroid. We already talked about that. Tooth and gum decay. We already talked about tooth and gum decay. That's dealing with the mesoderm, most definitely dealing with the thyroid and parathyroid and calcium and magnesium deficiency. Bad breath. Did we talk about bad breath, y'all? All right, so bad breath. Whenever you're dealing with bad breath, you're dealing with a bad gut. Most people that have bad breath have a leaky gut, and all of them fumes are coming up. That's what make your breath bad. These the popsicles I'm talking about. These freeze pops, man. What's these right here?
Pears.
These pears right here. Pears. You juice them up. You put them in these, man. Some fire freeze pops. Fire. I eat on these all day. All day.
No sugar.
Yep, no sugar. Well, natural sugar, what we call monosaccharide sugar. Sugar that is good for your body. Sugar that is very alkaline. Sugar and sauce that's good. Got the flavonoids, the tannins, the curcumins, all of the chemical needs, all the chemical makeup that you need to make up your melanin, to make up your body and keep you at a state of balance, y'all. All right, toenail fungus. Whenever you're dealing with toenail fungus, people that got toenail fungus is people that's dealing with a lot of antibiotics or had a lot of vaccinations, y'all. Notice that toenail. So if you on toenail fungus, you shouldn't be eating no mushrooms. Period. You shouldn't be eating anything that putrefies or fermentates. None of that. You should make most definitely your intake on distilled water, not mineral water, not spring water, but distilled water. Increase that to at least 33 ounces a day, right? And make sure you sweating a lot, because what happens is this toenail fungus can turn to candida. Candida will hit that blood. The moment that blood become acidic, you die. You know what I'm saying? And be watching out for toenail fungus, because these are actual signs of cancer too. So just get rid of all fungus foods. Don't be eating nothing that feeds the fungus. Fungus moves and operate like a parasite, so that's what we're going to call it. If you look at fungus, they actually tell you that it is a parasite. That's because it don't have a head and a tail, don't mean that its nature is not acidic like a parasite. So, and most definitely get some of my parasite elimination. Get the tinctures and not the capsules. The capsules are more for aid in the stomach. The tinctures is to come and kill hookworms, fluke worms, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. I'm going to go back through all these and recommend y'all the stuff to get off the site. Matter of fact, let me go back through there now. So whenever you're dealing with bruises and spider veins, most definitely deal with the calcium. You can most definitely can get some of my sea moss, bladderwrack, or get the adult vitamins. If it's for children, get the children and vitamins. Most definitely holler at the thyroid and parathyroid. Go on the site, check that out. Muscle weakness, same thing, thyroid, parathyroid. You will be good with getting my foundation 4s. The foundation 4s is good. I actually got this part of the giveaway. Here go my foundation 4s right here. What comes part of the foundation 4s is the blood cleansers. I'm giving these away today. The parasite, this is what I'm talking about. That parasite elimination. Ain't the light too bright. The parasite elimination is right here. It also comes with the lymphatic sweep. This is a tonic tincture. And of course, the kidneys, the intercellular cleanse. These are called my foundation 4s, y'all. And I most definitely are giving these 4 away as one today. I'm not giving them to 4 people. I'm giving them to one person, and they already accounted for. All right. And you can never, ever, ever go wrong with the 3 bitters, y'all. The 3 bitters been popping. Everybody on here know about these 3 bitters. These 3 bitters are good for every single thing. I'm gonna break these down and break everything down before we get off though, as I'm giving them away. All right. What we talked about. Let me see. Heart disease. Whenever you're dealing with heart disease, you need to get on bugleweed. Bugleweed, blue verivane. I got a heart tonic that's very, very good. How did you? I did the giveaway, Jazz. I did the giveaway about what, 3 weeks ago? And what I did was I wrote everybody's name down that subscribed to both of my Facebook page and my YouTube. I'm doing another giveaway at the end. You got to subscribe to my Instagram, and we'll do that in a couple weeks too. But we already got the names and everything for this giveaway, and I'm giving away something to somebody that's on the live chat when we done too. It's all good. But whenever you're dealing with heart disease, you're dealing with these chambers. Remember, what makes up the heart? The mesoderm. So that means you have circulatory system problems, you have kidney functioning problems, you have testicles or ovary problems, you have weak muscles, cartilage problems, and connective tissue problems. Because these were actually all a part of that same systematic skin or cells that became you in a part of your body when you was in your mother's womb. So whenever you're dealing with heart problems, first thing you have to do is address the blood. All right, then address the lymphatic system, because that's where most of the pressure is at. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, clean that heart out, clean out them heart valves. Get up in there, clean out them chambers, right? But the best thing to strengthen the heart is alfalfa leaf. Man, that's a cell strengthener. And most definitely bugleweed, dill, hawthorn berries. I mean, there's so many herbs that's so good. You know what I'm saying? You mix them up in the right ratio, which I think I'm one of the kings at. Heart disease out the door in about a month. All right. I got 2 more questions, then I'm gonna holler at y'all. We got depression and suicidal thoughts. Whenever you have depression and suicidal thoughts, you are dealing with low calcium, low selenium, and low magnesium. When it comes to depression, remember, what makes your emotions or energy emotions or chemical reactions in your brain. These chemical reactions are by way of the glandular highway, or what they call the chakras, or what the Bible calls the 7 churches, or the 7 lights on the menorah candlestick, which is up there. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you dealing with these glandular highways, whenever you dealing with the endocrine system, these things is what makes the metabolic and chemical reactions inside of your body. Being happy is a chemical reaction. Hating and being mad is a chemical reaction. Sex is a chemical reaction. Love is oxytocin. That's a chemical reaction. Fight or flight, being scared, stressed, that's adrenaline. Triphosphate. All of these are chemical reactions that makes up your emotional states by way of salts and minerals, metabolic processes. So if you ever feeling depressed or feeling like you can't find yourself in the world or having suicidal thoughts, then you are very mineral deficient, and your glandular highway is not lined synergetically up properly. You need to focus on meditation, prayer, breathing techniques, astral projection, doing loving yourself, writing, do some I am affirmation. I am love. I am happy. Eat you some good berries, some oxygen, some fruits, berries, and melons. Get in the sun more so you can convert that vitamin D real good, and that'll bring it up. Vitamin D deficiency and the lack of calcium and calcium utilization and a down parathyroid and adrenal glands will really have you feeling like you don't want to be here, and you should never feel that way. So get minerals in your body, and if you hearing me, holler at me on that, and we'll get you together on that part for real. Cause I don't never want nobody feeling that way. This is my last one because I got so many of them. My last one is cayenne pepper bag. Cayenne pepper fruit and cayenne pepper is very good, but too much of it will cause an acidic reaction because it stimulates the mucosa membrane, and you do not want that problem with mucus buildup, because wherever you find mucus, you're going to find acidosis. Wherever you find acidosis, you're going to find a lack of oxygen. Wherever you find a lack of oxygen, you're going to find cellular constipation, and cellular constipation is the #1 root cause to all disease. All right. With that being said, I'm done with all the questions here. We can do the giveaway, and once I'm done with the,
I didn't
my
quite
bad,
catch
y'all.
that.
Once
Could
I'm
you please repeat it?
Shut up. Once I'm done with the giveaway, I answer some of y'all questions and I'll get up out of here. So we did the giveaway. My first person on here that did exactly what I asked her to do. This is a woman. Did exactly what I asked her to do. I hope she's on here. If not, then Thursday we'll come back on here. And if you don't holler by Thursday, we're gonna have to get your gift away. Is Felicia Benson. Felicia Benson. Let me show you what you get. Felicia Benson. So Felicia Benson, here is your big ass Here go your big old what's the name? I'm finna pull it out for you. Felicia Benson, this coming straight to you. Let me pull it out. Boy. Boom. Got the juice extractor, baby. All right, this is coming to you. If you on here, say something now. Make sure you inbox me your full address. I'm shipping this off to you tomorrow. This deal come with so much stuff. Most definitely you won this deal. When we got this deal, it was probably like $800. Brand new, still in the box.
It's a bread stick maker.
Bread stick maker in here. Homogenizer, all the good stuff.
Meal.
And a food meal. Boom. Felicia Benson. All right. So put that back. Next we had Evany McCarthy. Evany McCarthy. Evany McCarthy, you get the 3 bitters. All right. Now the 3 bitters, this is what's changing the game, y'all. And look, when it comes to these, I done scientifically discovered something. Of course, they ain't gonna never tell you because a Negro done discovered it. But look, these 3 things right here is your heal all. You know what I'm saying? The first one is to cleanse the lymphatic system in the skin. The second one is to cleanse the blood and the organs. And the third one is to cleanse the nervous system and the colon. Man, it's full of bifidum bacteria, full of astringents. The first one oxygenate. The first one astringe, the second one oxygenate, and the third one rebuild. These 3 bitters are literally changing the game, y'all. No bull. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people on here know about my 3 bitters. These go hard. I'm very proud of these. I ain't gonna lie. So Evany McCarthy, if you on here, you won these. Evany McCarthy, I'm gonna tag y'all inside of here when I'm done. That way y'all know it's out there. Y'all come get y'all stuff. We mailing them off tomorrow if I can get y'all address today. All right. I'm gonna have the staff mail these off to you tomorrow. All right. Last but not least, and we're gonna pick somebody from here too. We got Timothy Carpenter. A brother, Timothy Carpenter. Timothy Carpenter, you get the foundation for us. All right. The foundation for us. Now, the reason why they probably not on here is because I was supposed to do this like a week ago. But you know how I go, man. I be busy traveling, seminars, and all this stuff. So you get the lymphatic sweep. This is going to help cleanse your lymphatic system up. You get the parasite elimination. It's going to get your stomach together. This is going to kill them hookworms, them fluke worms. It's going to help you out with your blood pressure. This the intercellular cleanse. This is going to go out to them kidneys, and it's going to literally rinse and cleanse each cell in your body. Last but not least, we got the blood purifier. This blood purifier is no joke. This is going to go through and cleanse up your blood and remove all acidosis, all right? So we got Felicia Benson, Timothy Carpenter, and Evany McCarthy. And what's crazy is I don't think none of them are here today. That's crazy. So y'all, I got to make it more interesting for y'all, man. I need to give away something else. And then I do want to give away a free consultation. Matter of fact, I'll give away a free consultation and another 3 bitters to the first person that answered this question. Free consultation and another 3 bitters. Whoever win this, they stuff won't get shipped off until Monday, though, because I'm waiting on all of my herbs to get back. Hopefully, they'll be here tomorrow. Whoever answered this question will get that. Whether you male, female, I don't care who you is. Answer this first. All right, here go the question. Okay. Whoever been listening to me, blood pressure. Your blood pressure is an indication of what? What do the top part mean and what do the bottom part mean? Systolic and diastolic, what do they represent? Blood pressure. If you've been listening to Yaki, you should be able to run this down. I need to know what your blood pressure is supposed to be and what do the systolic part mean and what do the diastolic part mean? What organs and what glands are they equal to? Blood pressure. The first person to answer that, get 3 bitters and get a 30-minute consultation with me for free. It's two. We got heart and kidneys. That's wrong. We got kidneys. That's wrong. It's 2 things. Systolic and diastolic. Y'all on it, though. I see y'all have been listening. Blood pressure. Kidneys, heart and kidneys and liver, 120. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this. Y'all know this stuff. Come on, man. Blood pressure, lymphatic system. Nope. Come on, man. Y'all been listening to me too long. I pumped this so much. Heart. Hold on. We got top is kidneys, bottom is lymph. Nikki Fingers, you super close. You close. Thyroids, nope. Right and left. Pancreas and kidneys. All right, look, there you go. Stevo. Stevo. That's who answered it first, y'all. Let me go back through and make sure I'm right. Stevo. Make sure. Yep, Stevo got it right, y'all. Stevo got it right. And he said kidneys and adrenals. That's right. And sis lady Ashia, you actually got it in the right one. So look, I'm gonna give both of y'all something. Let me write y'all down real quick. I'm gonna give both of y'all something. All right, them the two winners, y'all. Stevo. And sis lady Alicia. All right. I'm gonna give both of y'all something. Stevo, since you answered that question first, you get a 30-minute free consultation with your brother, and you most definitely ask any health questions you want or whatever you want to talk about, whether it's spirituality, whatever, and you most definitely get some 3 bitters. Your stuff ain't gonna be sent off till Monday, and then sis Lita, what you want to give her? Matter of fact, what you will get, I'll get you an intercellular cleanse and an intercellular tincture. Or I'm gonna let you choose. Hit me up in my inbox. I either give you an intercellular cleanse with the intercellular tincture, or I'll give you the parasitic elimination tincture with the parasitic elimination capsules. You can choose between them two. All right. That's what it is. Now, if y'all got any questions to ask me, y'all can go and ask, and I got a couple more minutes on here, and then we can get this started. Make sure y'all hit my inbox and give me y'all full names and address if I can ship this stuff off to y'all. And look, we doing that all the time. So we doing another giveaway too, y'all. The other giveaway is all you have to do is subscribe to Yaki Awaken LLC on my Instagram. Subscribe and hit me an inbox and letting me know that you subscribed. And not Thursday, but next Thursday. Well, probably 2 weeks. 2 people. We'll pick 2. Probably in 2 weeks, because as soon as I tell y'all a week, I end up leaving or something, and it don't happen, y'all be mad at me. I'm making promises. Yeah, YouTube too. So look, we're gonna do this again. You have to subscribe to both Facebooks, my YouTube, which is Yaki Awaken, and my Instagram this time, which is Yaki Awaken LLC. All right, I see Amber Parks. You talking about fatigue. Whenever you're dealing with fatigue, you're dealing with the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is what kicks off your adenosine, or what they call adrenaline. Adenosine triphosphate is a conversion of gluten. Not gluten, but of glucose. And this is what burns your energy. So whenever you're not burning this chemical, that means your adrenals are down. So you need to work on your adrenals. The best thing you should get is my brain, nerve, and adrenals. Go see if I got some of that back there. Brain, nerve, and adrenals. Yeah, tinctures or capsules, don't matter. What you need is my brain, nerve, adrenals, tinctures, and capsules is what I recommend to actually get that up. Whatever you're dealing with the loss of taste, you're dealing with your senses. This means you're dealing with your nervous system and your intricate glands. So you most definitely need to be focusing on berries, fruits, and get the acidosis from out of your mouth. And if you're smoking any type of cigarettes or drinking any type of alcohols, make sure you stop that, because cigarettes and alcohol is what suppresses your taste buds. Your taste buds are full of melanin. It's melatonin in your mouth. That's why we taste better than any nation. We got melanin and serotonin in our eyes. That's why we see 4 colors of things. Can't nobody taste a banana like we taste it, because that melanin, it actually embodies the flavonoids inside the fruits. You have it in your ears. That's why we hear like no other can hear. We got it inside of our peripheral vision. That's why we can see people coming from afar. That's why our hand and eye coordination is so good. I mean, like literally, this melanin we have is very, very predominant on our senses, y'all. So make sure you're not killing your blackness and you healing your blackness, family. I spit up mucus often, good or bad. I spit up mucus off all the time, and it's very good. So that just means your system is cleansing itself. So whenever you're dealing with, like I said, anytime you're dealing with fatigue, you need to get the brain, nerve, and adrenal support tincture and the brain, nerve, and adrenal capsules. This is what's going to jumpstart that autonomic nervous system and keep all that energy there and keep you live. Also, send me a picture of your eyes. I bet you 12 o'clock, we got a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of heavy stagnation, a lot of heavy potholes inside of the iris. 12 o'clock. So send me your eyes and let's read them eyes. Anxiety and panic disorder. Whenever you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with stress of the kidney, stress of the liver, and stress of the heart, and you're dealing with a bad and stimulated nervous system. You need to calm down. We need to get you on melatonin. That means you have a pituitary and a pineal gland problem. You too fidgety. You too anxious. We need to mellow you down with melatonin. So you need to feed your melanin good foods, good flavonoids, good tannins. You know what I'm saying? You need to just chill out. Probably get you some CBD oil, some marijuana oil. Not smoking. I'm against smoking it because it's acidic and it feminizes the black man. But some marijuana oil. Most definitely get some valerian root. Valerian root is very good for you. Valerian root will calm you down. Mix with a little bit of rosemary. Mix with a little bit of saw pato berry, and that'll keep you calm. It stinks to high heaven, but it really will calm your nerves. What else we got? Mucus spit up. Cysts and boils. Whenever you're dealing with cysts and boils and like thyroids and tumors, they are the same thing. It's full of mucus and acidosis and bad bacteria. Your body is very, very acidic. What you should do is you should get some of my Mediterranean oregano oil from Greece, rub it on there to pull it out, astringent. Most definitely get on some of my 3 bitters and get that bitter one. That bitter one to help pull everything out. And then once you get it open, you start getting that bitter 2 and that bitter 1. Once you make it up, make sure you pack some gauze inside of there to keep pulling all that acidosis and all of that bad blood and them mutating cells and them dead skin cells and all of that bifidum and all of that wrong tissue out. And then we're going to replace it with bifidum bacteria. So that's what you would do with cysts and boils. Whenever you look at cysts and boils, it's literally accumulation or agglomeration of dead cells, dead mutating cells that clumps themselves together. That's it. Notice what's in them. You get a little bit of blood that come out, and then you get a lot of lymph, a lot of mucus, a lot of pus, and it stank to high heavens. So you're dealing with a very acidic body. Can autism be reversed? Of course it is. Of course it can, Nathan. You have to aid the brain. You have to cleanse the brain of metals and of aluminum and mercury that come from vaccinations. 99% of children that are autistic or have autism is due to vaccines. We can reverse them vaccines. We have to pull them out of them. We got to detox the glymphatic system, not the lymphatic system, but the glymphatic system. The glymphatic system is the draining system of your head, your cranium, all the way down to the ganglion nerve that come down to the spinal cord. We have to cleanse that brain, then we cleanse the rest of the body out, and man, look, autism will go away. Autism will go away. My son have acid reflux. I spoke on acid reflux in the beginning, and I showed y'all how to mix together a good compound to get rid of that. All right, look, y'all, that's all I got for today, y'all. Oh, there she go, Felicia Benson. Felicia Benson, let me pull out you won. You won her. You won, Felicia. You get this heavy thing right here. I should make you pay for the shipping. This mug heavy. I should make you pay for the shipping of this big old thing. That's gonna be a pretty penny. But you won. You won, Queen. You won that. Evany McCarthy won the 3 bitters, and Timothy Carpenter won the foundation for us. So all praises. Damn, we probably should have thought about the shipping thing before I'm just giving things away for free. It's all good though. I'm gonna send it to you tomorrow. We sending all this stuff up tomorrow morning. Shalom, my brother. I'm shouting. All praises, all praises. Let me know when you get it. Just hit me up inside of your inside of my inbox, and I'm gonna make sure one of the staff members get all your information before we can send everything off to you. All right. I will set up a consultation for next week if possible. That's perfect, Wayne. What you do, just go on my website and set it up, and one of the staff members will call you and get a time that best fits you, and we can talk. All right, y'all. Look, I'm finna get up out of here. I've been on here too long. I would like to know what you have to help with autism. This is my last question, Rosalind. Make sure you hit me up, sister. We actually working with somebody with autism now. With children, we usually use tinctures. We use them in glycerins, but we cleanse the brain, we cleanse the heart, we cleanse the lymphatic system. We most definitely have to aid the nervous system and get it up and running. But you have to cleanse all of them metals from the vaccines, that rat poison, and all the stuff that they put inside of these children's craniums. You got to pull all of that out. But basically, we strengthen the system, we strengthen the cells, and we detoxify the lymphatic system and the glymphatic system with the colon, particularly paying attention to the transverse colon, and then we rebuild and repair the DNA, and autism will go away very quick. What is the foundation for? The foundation fours are on my sites under deals and bundles, y'all. And you can either get the foundation fours in capsules, or you can get them in tinctures, or you can get the foundation four bundles, which is in capsules and tinctures. And these are the main things you hit to cleanse your system. Of course, you have to hit the blood, you have to hit the nerve. You have to hit the glands, you have to hit the lymphatic system, you have to hit the stomach, or what we call the colon or the digestum, you have to hit the kidneys. And these are what these do. All right. So look, I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all indeed in the truth. Have fun. Hopefully I'll be back up here Thursday. If not, Tuesday. Who knows? Who knows how I go. For everybody that won, most definitely, I wrote their names down. Yaak, Stevo, and sus lady, I can't even say your name right, I don't want to mess it up. And sus lady, Ashia, make sure y'all hit me up so I can mail y'all stuff off too. So shalom alaikum, family. Peace, love, and light. Peace.